Untying the noose. Not a day goes by where I don't think about killing myself. My mind replays images of my body hanging from the bridge near my house. Then I think about who would find me. They would be scarred forever. And what about the people I leave behind, devastated beyond repair? What if I fail? What then? I will live with the shame of yet another failed suicide attempt. Attempt number 6. I can't do that to them. I can't do that to myself. I am in terrible pain. I am alive. Liberation. For decades I felt I was trapped inside myself. I realize now there is a whole world in me, and that it resonates with the world around me. I am free to wander the caverns of my skull, to swim in my veins, to dance inside my limbs, and I realize that the more I dance, the more others want to dance with me. Death is not the end. One day we will relinquish our final rattling breath, disassemble, energy and matter change into something new. All our agonies and grief are put to rest. Remember that we are a part of reality, and we shall see all of it and bask in its glory forever. A sense of purpose. A culmination of our life experiences has distorted us, forced us into hideous contortions that separate us from ourselves and the world. We learn to live in a false reality where the only thing we know is pain. But there is more to life. I want to create something that will shatter that reality and bring us back to this one. I want to help us return to ourselves. Fire, gesture, blood, cry. With wild gesticulation, I shall explain the passion which burns throughout my being. A passion to fucking rip the veil of this false reality away and reveal to everyone their naked and true selves. Only then will the world be able to move forward. I truly believe this. Unity. I refuse to believe in a separation of body, mind, and soul. They commingle in an ecstatic ritual of being. But when society cares not for the mind or the soul, but the body only, this condemns us all to a slow, torturous living death from which there is only one escape. When things conspire together. Energy and matter cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed. We are all part of a grand system that is perpetually and tirelessly ebbing and flowing amongst different phases of being and non-being. Even the space between atoms is an integral facet of existence. Our body is composed of trillions of microbial beings, operate in unison, a miraculous yet real example of what can happen when things conspire together. Post-human. We must cease imagining ourselves as apex beings worthy of owning the planet. This is destroying us all. Instead, we must conceive of humans as pieces of a vast network where each living and non-living thing is worshipped together. Humility and respect. This is what the earth is asking of us. A return to sorcery. This is a demand that we as a society return to the mystical aspects of being. By mystical, I mean the recognition that there is a grand energy in all things, and the wonder and reverence instilled by this recognition. Too many of us feel aimless and lost. Whether one is religious or not, it is essential to feel like one is a part of something greater than ourselves. We did not evolve to be solitary creatures. We crave connection and acceptance. What better way to discover that than by opening up to the universe? We must once again ritualize the aspects of existence that connect us to ourselves and everything that surrounds us. These houses used to be trees. I was devastated when they cut down the orchard. As a child, my family would go on weekends, like all the other families, to pick apples, gallivant between the trees. I don't even like apples. I despise fruit. But when they chopped down that magnificent grove, ravaged its soil, erected their urban vegetation, and called it the orchard, that struck me deeper than their shovels could reach. Welcome home. Bottles of antifreeze, hands brandishing tornadoes, toilet kicked loose from tile floor. I will write peace on your wings, and you will fly over the world. I will write peace on your wings, and you will fly over the world. I will write peace on your wings, and you will fly over the world. Caterwall of sirens, they take you away in an ambulance. Gemini, travesty, repeat. I cherish my night terrors, traces of you in each and every one. I never said how much I loved you, that you were inextricably a part of me. I had a dream of sleeping machines that gleamed as their headlights screamed. I woke up and you were gone. This is a fucking nightmare. Can you come home now? Deluge. Floating further away, there was just the sky and empty halls that you wander alone. This room is all you know, and your bed, and neither shed a single stroke of comfort anymore. A deluge soaks into your brain, instances fade like old Polaroids. It's rained in here for days and years. The sky turned gray and is falling to pieces. An ocean between us now. On this island of scattered words, I excavate the shore, gather sand from all our brightest days, send it to you in bottles that drift in the tide. Ich Tragedies Krankheit Bissensgrab. Mental illness is a dead body that I lug around with me. Splayed on my floor, a bag over its head so I don't have to see that contorted face, those glazed eyes. On the rare occasion that a friend comes over, I stuff it into the closet. If I need to go out, I wrap it in a spare rug and cellophane to pretend that I'm industrious and care about the interior design of my home. It looks absurd, and it's hard to navigate through traffic, but no one's noticed yet. I fear they might get a whiff of decaying tissue as I pass, or an icy hand will slump out, potentially tripping someone. I don't want anyone to get hurt. In my spare time, I browse the internet for vacant graves or a corpse dumping site, but I haven't had any luck. You make my chest implode. Blankets of ice tuck me in with pneumonia dreams, kissing sand at the bottom of the river as it holds my breath in trembling hands. January. Frost bites my spine as I try to shrug off 40 reasons to give up on a cold January night. The howl in my ears and dull the sound of passing traffic hungrily sink into my raw, bruised forearm, invade my body with 1,000 piercing eyes. Learning to bear the thought of crowded streets and eye contact with strangers, clinging to warmth, the feeling is gone. I did not expect to live this long. How to lose friends and alienate people. Haunted by illness, scarred from trauma, anger seeps into everything. I carry the guilt of bleeding on people who have never cut me. I can only atone by altering my behavior. Daily struggles devoted to change, reminding myself what it means to be a decent fucking human being. I take my medications every day. I convince myself to eat. I walk outside in the daylight. I'm honest in psychotherapy. I'm tired of this anger. I'm tired of bleeding on people who have never cut me. Crawl inside. A rough feeling as a rope snaps back. Can't breathe, can't see, thrashing and convulsing, hideous contortions. I never knew it would hurt so much. The branch cracks, and I crumple to grass and earth. It didn't work. Too hurt to try again. Retreat further into myself, broken and ashamed. Today I learned to fly. The urge to leave my body becomes reality. Mesmerized, I watch myself break apart into a flock of starlings. Swirling through the skies, I soar above houses and cars. I settle in the cemetery. A few of me seek shade in the trees, while the rest of me peck at the grass for insects and seeds. I return with dismay to my human form and walk back to my apartment. The bathroom mirror is in shards, blood everywhere. I look down and my arms are covered with gashes. Eyes wide shut. It feels like yesterday. That tight nervousness, sweating with anticipation, waiting for a push in the wrong direction. With desperate gulps, I take in all that harsh liquid death. Drink, drink, drink. I drown in perfect nothingness, slipping into non-being, but I am ripped from that ocean of comfort and forced to once again carry out this tiring, repetitive routine you all worship as existence. Deep in my mind, I'm still in that hospital bed, and you're sitting in the corner with a teary face waiting to hear my voice just one last time, and I'm doing everything I possibly can to stop these eyes from opening again. He dreamt of bones last night. I dreamed of the sun. Beautiful creatures in remission, striving to be absolved from this misconception of our submission. Twitch and seethe beneath woven flesh, your calcified prison shall schism like a cocoon. Shed these years of grief. Raise your tired eyes and see the sun as if for the first time. An undying shadow. Sweat drips down my face as I sit in my living room, trying to survive another human night. The specter of suicide waits with me, mocking me as I drag myself through the agonizing hours. I plug my teeth with wax to block out his horrid voice. I take blinders to my glasses to hide his ghastly form. I see it in mirrors, and I stab it repeatedly, but it never dies.